The Philippine Navy is not just buying new warships, it is also investing in something far less glamorous, yet essential to keeping those ships combat ready. Because no matter how advanced a frigate or destroyer may be, it cannot fulfill its mission if it spends months waiting for maintenance. That is why one of the most overlooked modernization projects could soon become one of the most important. The Philippine Naval Shipyard is now moving forward with plans to acquire a brand new 3,500-ton floating dry dock, a strategic capability designed to support the country's growing fleet of larger and more sophisticated warships.
The Department of National Defense's Procurement Monitoring Report for the first half of 2026, the project has an approved budget of 2.265 billion pesos. It is currently in the pre-procurement conference stage and is expected to be posted on PhilJEP's and the Department of National Defense procurement website before formal bidding begins. While this may not sound as exciting as buying missiles or frigates, this project could significantly improve the Philippine Navy's ability to maintain its expanding fleet without relying heavily on foreign shipyards.
For decades, the Philippine Navy has relied on aging maintenance infrastructure. Existing floating dry docks have served faithfully over many years, but they were designed for a much smaller navy, operating lighter patrol vessels and older ships. Today's fleet is completely different. The Navy now operates modern guided missile frigates, offshore patrol vessels, strategic sea-lift vessels, landing dock platforms, and numerous support ships that require more advanced maintenance capabilities. In the coming years, the fleet will become even larger. Japan is expected to transfer multiple Abukuma-class destroyer escorts, vessels that are substantially larger and more technologically advanced than many ships currently maintained by the naval shipyard.
At the same time, the Philippine Navy is preparing to receive 2 additional Miguel Malvar-class frigates, expanding one of its most capable surface combatant classes. These new ships represent a major leap in capability, but they also demand a corresponding leap in maintenance infrastructure. Without adequate docking facilities, routine inspections, hull cleaning, propulsion repairs, sonar maintenance, and underwater structural work become far more difficult. A floating dry dock may appear to be simply a large steel platform, but in reality, it is one of the most valuable assets any navy can own. Unlike a fixed dry dock, a floating dry dock can be positioned where needed and submerged to allow a ship to enter. Once the vessel is inside, ballast tanks are emptied, lifting the ship completely out of the water. This allows engineers to inspect and repair components that are normally underwater. Propellers, rudders, hull plating, sonar domes, sea valves, cooling systems, and corrosion damage can all be accessed safely. Without this capability, many maintenance activities would require sending ships overseas or waiting for limited dock availability. For an island nation like the Philippines, possessing its own floating dry dock is more than a convenience, it is a strategic necessity.
The planned 3,500-ton floating dry dock appears carefully selected to match the Navy's evolving requirements. It will provide enough capacity to support many of the larger combat vessels entering Philippine service while complementing other maintenance facilities. As modernization continues under the revised AFP modernization program, sustainment has become just as important as acquisition. Buying ships is only the beginning. Keeping them operational for 30 to 40 years is where the real challenge begins. Countries with modern navies understand this well. A warship that spends excessive time in maintenance cannot contribute to maritime patrols, humanitarian assistance, disaster response, or territorial defense. Availability is often just as important as firepower. Every additional day a ship remains operational increases the Navy's ability to respond rapidly to emergencies throughout the Philippine archipelago.
The timing of this project is also significant. The Philippine Navy is undergoing one of the fastest modernization periods in its history. New offshore patrol vessels continue construction in South Korea. Future missile systems are being integrated. Advanced sensors are entering service. New helicopters are expected to operate from modern frigates. Potential destroyer escorts from Japan would introduce additional anti-submarine warfare capabilities. Each of these platforms requires regular scheduled maintenance. Instead of depending heavily on commercial facilities or foreign partners, expanding the naval shipyard's own capability strengthens the country's defense self-reliance. This supports the broader objective of building a more sustainable naval force capable of maintaining its own fleet domestically.
As the Philippine Navy continues its transformation into a more capable maritime force, projects like this demonstrate that modernization extends far beyond acquiring weapons. It is about building a complete naval capability, from the warships at sea to the engineers maintaining them at the dock.
With a planned investment of $2.265 billion, the future 3,500-ton floating dry dock could become one of the most strategically valuable assets supporting the Navy's expanding fleet. And as larger vessels, like the Abu Kuma-class destroyer escorts and additional Miguel Malvar-class frigates prepare to enter Philippine service, having the ability to maintain them at home may prove just as important as acquiring them in the first place. The future of Philippine naval power is not built only on new warships. It is built on the ability to keep those warships ready for every mission, every patrol, and every challenge that lies ahead. And that future may soon begin with a new floating dry dock. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on Philippine defense and modernization. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.